You set your alarm for 5 a.m. Plan the perfect 10-step morning routine. And by 9:47 a.m., you're staring at the ceiling, completely exhausted. It isn't your fault. The problem is that the most popular morning routine advice is a biological scam. Today, we're breaking down 3 massive lies about modern morning routines and the 3 rules you actually need to build a morning that produces results. Rule number 1. Stop forcing a 5 a.m. wake up. The first lie is that waking up earlier automatically makes you more productive. It doesn't. Research shows people have different chronotypes. A schedule that works perfectly for one person can create exhaustion for another. Sleep researcher Till Ronenberg calls this social jet lag, the stress that happens when your body clock is fighting your schedule. Instead of trying to wake up at 5 a.m., build your day around your biological peaks. Here's how. Step 1. Track your energy peaks. For the next week, pay attention to when you naturally feel focused, alert, and mentally sharp. Also note when your energy crashes. Most people know their schedule. Very few know their energy patterns. Step 2. Protect your best hours. Once you find your peak energy window, schedule your most cognitively demanding task there. Don't spend it on email. Don't spend it on meetings. Don't spend it scrolling. Use that hour for the most important work in your day. Step 3. Delay your caffeine. Most people drink coffee the moment they wake up. Wait 90 minutes instead. Your body already produces a natural alertness spike after waking. Let that do its job first. Use sunlight, water, and movement to wake up naturally. Then use caffeine later to extend your focus instead of replacing it. But even when people find the right schedule, most morning routines still fall apart. Rule 2. Stop building 10-step morning routines. The second lie is that more habits create more productivity. That's why so many routines look like this: meditation, journaling, reading, exercise, cold plunge, gratitude, visualization. And by 8 a.m., you're already exhausted. Behavior researcher B.J. Fogg found that habits only happen when 3 things come together: motivation, ability, and a prompt. The problem is that motivation is unreliable, which means any routine that depends on motivation is eventually going to fail. Instead of relying on motivation, make your habits easier. Don't build a routine that works on your best day. Build one that survives your worst day. Here's how. Step 1. Find your anchors. Start by identifying habits you already do every morning without thinking. Brushing your teeth, making coffee, taking a shower, going for a walk. These habits are your anchors. Instead of creating a brand new routine, attach new habits to existing ones. A habit attached to an anchor is much harder to forget. Step 2. Shrink the habit. Take the habit you want to build and make it ridiculously small. If you want to journal every morning, write 1 sentence. If you want to meditate, do 1 minute. If you want to exercise, do 2 push-ups. Because a habit you do every day beats a perfect routine you abandon next week. Momentum first, optimization later. Step 3. Write a habit recipe. Now combine your anchor and tiny habit using this formula. Anchor, then behavior, then celebration. For example, after I make my coffee, anchor, I will read 1 page. Behavior, then I'll mentally acknowledge that I followed through and smile. Celebration. Or, after I finish my morning walk, anchor, I will jog for 5 minutes. Behavior. Then I'll give myself a quick fist pump. Celebration. The celebration sounds silly, but it's important. Most people wait until they achieve a huge goal before feeling good about themselves. Fogg's approach is different. Reward the behavior immediately, because habits are built when your brain starts associating the action with something positive. But even if you build the right habit, it still fails if it never turns into real work. Rule 3. Stop confusing morning routines with productivity. The biggest lie is that completing a productive-looking morning automatically makes you productive. It doesn't. Cal Newport found that productivity depends on your ability to do deep work, focused, distraction-free work on demanding tasks. A long morning routine can become shallow work in disguise. Each activity leaves behind a little attention residue before you've even started your most important work. So instead of preparing your brain for focus, you can end up consuming the very attention that focus requires. Instead of optimizing your morning routine, optimize how quickly you get into deep work. Here's how. Step 1. Audit the shallows. Write down everything you do between waking up and starting your real work. Everything. Journaling, checking email, taking supplements, planning, meditating. Now ask one question. Does this directly create value or prepare me for deep work? If the answer is no, cross it out. Move it to the afternoon. Your mornings should be reserved for activities that improve your ability to think, focus, and execute. Step 2. Build a deep work bridge. Most people finish their morning routine and then decide what to do next. That's a mistake. Create a direct bridge from your routine into your most important work. Write out the exact sequence. For example, after I finish my morning run, I will take a shower, sit at my desk, turn on my sight blocker, and immediately start a 90-minute deep work session. Step 3. Eat that frog. When you start your deep work block, begin with the most difficult, impactful task first. Instead of checking email, clearing notifications, or knocking out easy tasks first, use your peak mental energy on the work with the biggest payoff. A simple way to find your frog is to ask, if I could only complete one task today, which task would make everything else feel less important? Start there. Everything else can wait. And once you see that, the question is no longer how to build a better morning routine. It is how to build a morning that actually produces results. Morning routines are not the goal. They are a tool that should work with your biology, survive low motivation, and get you into deep work as quickly as possible. Because the goal was never to win the morning. The goal was to make meaningful progress. If you want more productivity myths explained like this, consider subscribing.